In the beginning, before the world was shaped, before time was measured, there was only chaos. But from this chaos emerged a force, Aether, the very breath of the gods, the pure essence of the heavens. While mortals toiled beneath the skies, Aether was the domain of the divine, untouched, unspoiled. To the Greeks, Aether was more than just sky, it was the very substance of existence. Hesiod tells us that Aether was born of Erebus, the darkness, and Nyx, the night. In the Orphic traditions, he was the sibling of chaos and time itself, an eternal presence before the world took shape. Aether was the fire of the cosmos, the brilliance of Olympus, the realm where the gods wove fate itself. But Aether was not only the breath of gods, it was the substance of the universe. Plato wrote of a translucent divine medium, something beyond air, beyond fire. His student Aristotle took this idea further, declaring Aether the first element, the fabric of the heavens. Unlike the ever-changing earthbound elements, water, air, fire, and earth, Aether was perfect, eternal, and moved in circles, never subjected to decay. Aether was divine. It belonged to the heavens, unchanging and incorruptible. And as understanding grew, it became known as the fifth element, quintessence, the very essence of the cosmos. Medieval scholars and alchemists believed that Aether's presence on Earth was small but powerful. It was thought to hold the secret to immortality, a universal cure. To isolate Aether was to touch the divine, to wield the heavens in human hands. The search for Aether became the search for the philosopher's stone, a material that could turn base metals to gold and grant eternal life. As science progressed, Aether took on a new role. No longer just a divine element, it became a medium, a means to explain the unseen. In the 17th and 18th centuries, the question of how light moved through the vacuum of space puzzled even the greatest minds. Aether, they said, was an invisible ocean, permeating the cosmos, allowing light to ripple like waves on water. Christian Huygens championed the wave theory of light, proposing that light propagated through Aether just as sound traveled through air. Johann Bernoulli described this Aether as an elastic, weightless substance that could transmit vibrational motion. Meanwhile, Isaac Newton, though primarily supporting a particle theory of light, still speculated about an ethereal medium, a subtle substance responsible for gravitational attraction and optical phenomena like refraction and diffraction. Aether became the scaffolding on which scientific imagination was built. It was the bridge between theory and mystery, an attempt to rationalize how forces like light and gravity operated in the vast emptiness of space. For nearly 2 centuries, it was an essential part of physical theory, filling the void with meaning. But the idea of Aether was not to last. By the late 19th century, James Clerk Maxwell's equations described light as an electromagnetic wave that needed no medium to travel. And then, in 1887, an experiment was performed that shattered the last remnants of Aether. Michelson and Morley, using a device designed to detect Aether's movement, found nothing. The cosmic ocean that science had imagined did not exist. And when Einstein's theory of relativity arrived in the early 20th century, it sealed Aether's fate. The concept was abandoned, replaced by a universe governed by space-time and gravity. But could it be that Aether never truly vanished, only evolved? The ancient Greeks looked up at the heavens and saw the unknown, giving it a name, Aether. Today we do the same. We call it dark matter. Unlike Aether, it cannot be seen or touched, yet it holds galaxies together, influencing the cosmos in ways we are only beginning to understand. And beyond dark matter, there is an even greater mystery, dark energy, the force pushing the universe to expand at an accelerating rate. Together, these forces make up 95% of the universe, yet we know almost nothing about them. Once, we believed the heavens were made of an invisible force, a divine element, an all-encompassing medium. Today, We search for an unseen force that governs the cosmos. Dark matter, dark energy. Perhaps these two are only stepping stones in our quest to understand the fundamental nature of reality. And perhaps, like Aether before them, they will one day give way to something even greater. From mythology to philosophy, from science to the unknown, Aether has remained our bridge between what we know and what we have yet to discover. It has changed names, changed forms, but its purpose endures. The search for the fabric of the universe continues. Perhaps, just as the ancients once looked up in wonder, we too stand at the edge of understanding, ready to uncover the next great mystery of the cosmos.